Hey everybody, how's it going? This is Garrett, and welcome back to Steelrising on the PlayStation 5. Still cleaning up some side missions, some things like that. I'm going to send that over to the Queen. Where else do we have? That's the main quest. So we have the this experiment, and then where the gunpowder is stored. We got the war bonds, or the bank bonds, I should say. And the weird thing is, where I think I need to go, I need to figure out how to get to... Can I look at my quest items? Doctor's pouch. There's enough to provide first aid to a wounded person. Its previous find. It's the first name. Okay, so we need to drop that off somewhere. And I don't remember where. Can I look at quests? Is there a... I'm thinking it is here. I think it is. So let's try the travel there. Okay. So let's pop this. Investigate the scene of the experiment. On running. Oh yeah, we found this area earlier. Yeah, it's you.
Don't move.
Ah, that cursed dancer! May you be devoured by rust!
Okay. Oh! Come on. Ah! Can you not get out of here? Really? There we go. See, I feel like they're trying to transfer humans into robots. That's what it looks and feels like. Oh my god. Okay. Okay, how do we get up there? Oh, duh. Thanks. Thank you. God. It is so funny to have them being hit by their like partner's attacks. To me, that's just hilarious. Boom.
Through my fingers. Fortunately, he was unable to take his things with him.
Got here. Oh, we got something else here.
The sleepless slaves. They meant the automats.
Yep. That's exactly it. I figured so.
Monsieur Raymond was completely mistaken. I must inform him.
All right. Anything else here while we're here? Ooh, yeah, look at that. Oh, man. Not see anything there. Okay. What? There. Sweet. Oh, that was cool. So, let's head over that way where the gunpowder. Now, question is, do I save the gunpowder? Do I destroy it? Instantly, I want to say keep it. I feel like keeping it is the smarter decision. Right? Right? Does that sound like a plan? Keep it? Let's up our durability. Didn't even have to think on that one. Boom. Done.
It and rolled away. These grooves prove it. Gunpowder. Monsieur Lavoisier's gunpowder was taken to the Bastille.
Is that it here? Okay. Okay, let's go back here, I guess. Yeah. Oh, this might be where we have the, is this where we take the, person that needed a, doctor's kit? It might be. I might have to look up the, because I'm trying to think on who to give the war bonds to. Well, let's go ahead and let's report back here.
Can I help you, Aegis?
I found this notebook written in Latin.
Indeed. Medieval Latin, to be precise. Oh, hold on. Bon sang. Aegis, what a find. This handwriting. I would recognize it anywhere. It's in Nicholas Flamel's own hand. Give me some time to study this, and I'll tell you what I'm able to glean from it.
Have you finished reading the notebook, mon père?
Yes, Aegis, and what I learned from it puzzles me. In this diary, Flamel tells of 3 journeys. 3 journeys into what he calls the in-between. A strange world filled with wandering souls. Tormented spirits that are unable to ascend to heaven.
This world. It's where Cagliostro's victims were trapped until I freed them.
En effet, I believe you're right. But that's not all. Flamel planned to return there a 4th time. He wrote this in the final paragraph, in his handwriting, dated 21st of March 1418. That was the day before he died, Aegis. What if his body died while his soul was traveling through limbo? What if he were trapped, a prisoner in this purgatory? Aegis, because of your unique nature, we have an incredible opportunity.
What do you mean, mon père?
If the soul that animates you has been bound to the automaton that serves as its vessel, then it can be separated from it too. And if this were the case, the soul would travel to purgatory, where Cagliostro entraps the souls of his victims.
Hold on. Are you trying to convince me to go and find Nicholas Flamel?
I'm offering you a chance to speak to the man who discovered the Philosopher's Stone. Surely you won't pass it up.
Assuming I agree to venture into purgatory, do I even have a chance of finding him there?
Certainly. According to this journal, the soul flies to the zenith of the place where it left the body of the deceased. Or that of the pilgrim, in this case. If Flamel's soul is trapped in purgatory, as we've guessed, you'll need to go to the house where he drew his dying breath.
Is it still standing?
Of course. It's on Rue de Montmorency, in the quartier de l'Hôtel de Ville. You can get there via the cemetery of the Église Saint-Jacques.
And how do you plan to free my spirit from this automat?
We would simply need to break the bond between them. To do this, we would need to stop your machinery. For a short time, of course. We don't want to lose you, ma chère. As for the rest, it will be a question of mechanics, chemistry, or electric currents, or something or other. Therein lies the problem. This is far beyond my comprehension. But it is fascinating, isn't it? Perhaps Monsieur Bailly and Monsieur Lavoisier could shed some light on the matter.
All right.
Goodbye, mon père.
We had another thing talking about the echoes.
Have you learned more about the bond between your spirit and your body?
No, mon père. Who would know more?
Perhaps Monsieur Bailly and Monsieur Lavoisier could shed some light on the matter.
Oh, okay.
Goodbye, Mom.
Never mind.
Monsieur Raymond.
Go on, Aegis.
I went to the Hotel de Massiac as agreed. What I discovered goes beyond your darkest conjectures. The club's members have no intention of merely depriving their slaves of rest. Rather, with the king's support, they plan to replace them with automat harvesters. The Count of Cagliostro is behind the plan.
Ma foi. But such a plan would certainly only improve the lot of these unfortunate people.
You are mistaken, mon père. If the planters get their way, they will have a greater need of slaves than ever. Only this time, they intend to slaughter them to power their machines.
Quelle abomination!
Par tous les saints.
4 days ago, the Paris Guard captured 100 black people. They were to be sacrificed as part of an experiment to test the effectiveness of the automat harvesters. Luckily, I was able to prevent the massacre.
Where are they now?
In a place they call the Dépôt des Noirs. I don't know where it is, but I managed to get the key. It bears the inscription, Tour du Diable.
The Devil's Tower is a prison in Vincennes, within the chateau walls.
That's 3 leagues from here. We'll only be able to free the prisoners once we're able to move freely ourselves.
At least they were spared the fate that the king and his accomplices had planned for them.
And what will you do with the 2 servants you employ, Monsieur Raymond?
I will continue to treat them well, as I always have.
However, under the laws you insist on following, they will become slaves again the moment they leave the kingdom for Saint-Domingue.
Certainly not, Monsieur de Robespierre. What kind of a man would I be if what I have heard had not opened my eyes? The planters of Masiak have been proven to be nothing but avaricious murderers. I thought I was dealing with opposition, but now I discover them to be vile enemies, from whom it would be vain to expect any compromise. From this day on, I will fight against their interests with all my strength, and will not lay down my arms until the last slave in the Empire has been freed.
Rest assured, then, that the people will fight by your side, Monsieur Raymond.
That's the spirit, my friends. Vive l'égalité.
There we go. Okay. Yeah, I wanted to. Yeah, where are you at? I want to hear about your fight.
Monsieur Raymond.
Go on, Aegis.
What is the aim of this organization?
Dude, the camera bouncing when it looks at Aegis is
nauseating.
nauseating.
Improve the lot of our unfortunate.
I don't understand why it does
Our
that.
numbers grow by the day, and we have many illustrious members, such as the Comte de Mirabeau and the Marquis de Lafayette. But it was Monsieur Brissot and the Abbot that founded the group.
Good old Brissot. Shouldn't he be here by now?
Yes, mon père. He should have arrived hours ago. Alas, there's been no sign of him.
I hope to God that no misfortune has befallen him.
What fate does the kingdom reserve for those with black skin?
According to tradition, any enslaved person who sets foot on French soil is freed.
This rule is most problematic in the eyes of planters in the colonies, who would seek to maintain their precious labor force.
This is why, for the past 12 years, no black people have been allowed to disembark in any of the kingdom's ports. Those who accompany their masters on the journey are imprisoned in the Admiralty's jails the moment they leave the ship. As for those who manage to evade the authorities, they live in fear of the raids carried out by the Marshalsea.
Are you not subject to these laws, Monsieur Raymond?
I am fortunate enough to have been born a subject of the king through my father, and also to have received an education, and to be wealthy.
Naturally, that makes all the difference.
You are quite a long way from home, Monsieur Raymond.
I haven't been back to Saint-Domingue in nearly 5 years. I left my most trusted men in charge of overseeing my indigo plantation. I came to France with the aim of having an audience with the king. I hoped to convince him.
Oh yeah,
to
no,
use
we
his
had this
ordinance
conversation with
for
him.
agriculture.
Yeah.
I was of the late and month.
Yeah, we learned about that one.
See you later.
And then, so let's give the war bonds to the people.
So how is Monsieur Marat?
I haven't met him yet.
He is your only chance to reach the Bastille, Aegis. You must speak to him.
Chill.
He's holed up in the quarries of Montmartre, hiding from the Marquis de Lafayette.
I have recovered Minister Necker's bonds.
Do you intend to entrust them to me?
Yes. I have chosen to place this fortune in your hands.
Very well, madame. I promise that I will use it for one purpose only. To give the people their freedom. When a monarch violates the people's most fundamental rights, insurrection is their most sacred and indispensable duty. But we must be wary of warmongers, who would lead the rebellion in the name of the people, because all they truly want is to become tyrants in turn.
Okay.
Goodbye, Monsieur de Robespierre.
Sweet. Now let's talk to the scientist.
Monsieur Lavoisier,
What can I do for you, Aegis?
do you think there is any way to interrupt my internal clockwork?
To what end?
I would like to briefly sever the bond between my spirit and this automat.
It is a very strange request, madame. For what purpose do you seek to free your soul from its shell?
According to the abbot, my spirit would then be able to visit purgatory.
Oh, that dreadful place. Why on earth would you want to go there?
I hope to find answers to some very important questions.
You must understand, madame, that your very nature is a mystery to us. We are ignorant as to the principle that imbues you with life, nor do we know how your machinery works. That is why it is impossible for us to make even the slightest alteration. It would mean taking an unacceptable risk. Of course, if we had documents that could shed light on the matter.
Antoine, the blueprints.
What blueprints, mon ami?
Ludia's. Eugène gave them to
Who's
me when
talking
he was
here?
working on the modifications ordered by the king. He wanted my opinion on the potential for reducing the size of certain key parts. The documents are obsolete now, but they could tell us quite a bit about the mechanical principles that are shared by Ludia and Aegis.
Bon sang, you're right. Where are the blueprints now?
Alas, the situation is not in our favor. I kept them in the safe at the observatory. But earlier, when I went there to collect my most important documents, before setting off for the convent, I found looters making off with its contents.
Blasted scavengers. Their kind are always quick to make the most of chaos.
I chased them to the keys, but was unable to apprehend them. When they disappeared into an underground passageway under the Louvre, I decided it was best not to follow them.
You acted wisely, mon ami. The automats are everywhere, and the marauders don't stand much of a chance.
I'll try to track them down.
Okay.
Goodbye, Monsieur Lavoisier.
Oh, we got to show him the box.
Did you find the blueprints that were stolen from me?
No, Monsieur.
Don't forget that those documents are the looters' I find it hard.
I found this box with astronomical symbols on it. I believe it belongs to Vaucanson's daughter.
Athenais' secret box. I built it with my own hands. It was my gift to her on her 15th birthday.
I wasn't able to open it.
Naturellement. Athenais and I are the only ones who know how. Allow me. You must arrange the planets the way they were aligned on the day of Athenais' birth. Voila, like this.
What's this locket?
Athenais is always wearing this. It contains a portrait of her late mother. She said it was her most cherished possession in all the world. To think, the poor child never knew her own mother.
That's the thing she put around our neck in that one flashback.
You monster! What did you do to her?
I wondered.
Good God. Ludia, what happened? You froze the moment you touched the locket. I thought I'd lost you.
I saw her. Athenais de Vaucanson. The Comte de Cagliostro has her.
Mon Dieu. It is just as I feared.
He bound her spirit to an automat.
Please, say no more. Athenais. It is her spirit that animates you. Is it not?
Yes. I believe so.
Seigneur, quelle abomination. It is vital that you go and find Athenais as soon as possible.
She is right in front of you. I am Athenais.
Alas, I fear that is not entirely accurate. You know nothing of Athenais, Ludia. Nothing of her past, her joys, her suffering. Nothing of her love for her father. You are but the vessel that harbors the poor child's soul.
Where can I find Athenais' body?
God only knows. Although I assume that the Comte de Cagliostro is taking pains to keep her alive, this is certainly the only way to keep her spirit alive in you. The only way to free her is to find her body.
Why was Eugène de Vaucanson imprisoned in the Bastille?
Once he discovered the king's true intentions, he refused to continue cooperating with him. He refused to use his talents to create this abominable army. But the king didn't take kindly to his resignation. Eugène did manage to get a letter to me just before he was arrested. Here, take it.
Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to pause there after that exposition dump, and we're going to keep everything going. And we're going to keep it all going in the next episode. So thank you all for watching. Really do appreciate it. If you can, give the video a like. It does help us out quite a bit. Also, check out the channel because I have tons of videos going on over there. And until next time, you guys, stay frosty.